Hi everyone, welcome to this little video, little lecture I want to do for not just my students, but since everyone is in lockdown, I thought let's all get some training in, and today I want to share a little bit about a technique or a strike called Soikyo. Soikyo means to shatter the bridge. I made some videos a long time ago, just short ones explaining a little bit, but today I just want to do a little better. So, alright, so Soikyo means to shatter the bridge. So the name is a yang energy, right? So it has to have some type of energy behind this name, right? And in what I teach, the Genjak Ging, or the sudden shock power, is what is required. But to understand the Genjak Ging, you've got to understand in between movement, the transition has to be a soft power, a Yao Gong, the Ging, right? Or the softness that can turn, it's soft but yet it's firm and flexible and can change at any time. So it can't be rigid, your arm, to do Soikyo. You need to have a softness before that hardness of the Genjak Ging. You can't have Genjak Ging without understanding the soft power. So the name tells us that it's yang. It gives us already a mindset, right? To shatter someone's bridge is a limb destructive technique. Usually the bridge from the fingertips up to the shoulder is an arm bridge. There's also a leg bridge, which we'll go into detail another time. But we're just worried about attacking someone's arms. And if these MMA fighters would learn some of this type of Kung Fu hands, with their capability and they're professional athletes, they could tear apart opponents. Because this is something that it's either going to work or it's not going to work, and we'll get into that in a sec. But if you've got to commit, it's a committed technique, Soikyo. But if you overreach or overcommit, go past that center line, right, then your reaction is too slow, you've closed yourself off, and you're going to get hit back very easily. So it needs a type of speed and conditioned arm to get the result. Does it work? Yes and no, right? Depends on the student and how they drill it, and the scenario, if it's on the street or in a combat sport environment, it has to change, because a street fight, usually someone's in close, near your face if it's going to start like that. Otherwise, if you know the person's going to start 10 feet away and you've got time to have your hands up, then it's a different way to set up, because there's a close range, middle range and long range Soikyo, right? And there's different parts of the hand, and it's not just hitting with your forearm, right? There's also different parts of the hand to hit with, right? For instance, the hammer fist, the back of the knuckles, this last knuckle, right? So if you scrape using all these knuckles, if you use just the last knuckle in, or just smash and crush the muscles, right? Then you've got the bone here that protrudes off here as a quick, again very similar to the little knuckle. Then you've got your forearm bridge, and when you hit, there's a type of rolling, right? So it's not just all on this bone. because once it hits and digs, it rolls and goes through. So there's different ways to do it depending on what your guard is, if it's closed, open, and so forth. So I'm going to teach you now just a little bit about how to condition it, do a little bit of bag and show you what you can do to develop it, different different distances, using a little bit of footwork, up close and so forth. Alright guys, so enjoy the video and I'll see you in a sec. Alright, so get rid of me axes, I'll end up cutting my hand off. Alright, so start with, if you're new to this, start with a bag of rice or chickpeas. I like rice because it actually forms the shape of what I'm using to strike. I've got in this, it's a bag of rocks. But if you're a beginner, just start with rice. And harder doesn't mean better, right? It's the amount of reps you can do with power to condition, right? So if I can only do 10 solid strikes on that and I'm sore, rather than I can do a rice bag and do hundreds, right? I'm going to get more out of the rice bag, higher reps, and I'm going to learn quicker, right? So don't try and jump and go, oh, I'm so tough I can do rocks, you know, or steel ball bearings, you know, whoopee-doo, right? I don't care about that. What matters is you got to look after the hands, right? So don't go off what people think, oh, you know, it's all ego, right? You don't want that. You just want to start, you're going to look after the hands, your arms, everything that you condition, you want to look after. So you want to get some Tit Da Jiao and massage it into your hands and all your bridge, elbows, the whole lot, right? Then arm circle for about a minute, forward, backwards, get the blood and the chi, right, the heat moving through the body. Get your focus on what you're going to do. Get one of your Kung Fu stance. We'll start with, just say the hammer fist, right? We'll just use it to come down. So we're just hitting with the pad, right? Just straight down, but I want you to breathe in and down, and you kind of start to whip it. Right, then that becomes shorter over time. Right, so it's only just short. This is only for conditioning, right? So that's, start big until you can get short. But full power, as if you can get the same power with this, I want you to now get it from that. Right, so you've got to equal the power but shorter the distance. Right, so how do we do that? You've got to learn to understand your body, where to relax. Remember the Yao Gong. If you can't do that, then it's going to be like this. Right, so you need it to be soft. See that little whip? Right, that's why I can get a short power. Very simple, is because I understand the soft power in my body. And I know my body well enough to generate power in any direction. So, just hammer fist. Now, hammer fist and half your forearm. Same again. I'm just leaving this arm down, but you'd have it up when you train because you want to get this mindset to have these hands up, right? So, up to the bridge, and when you hit, you want to pull with your ribs a little bit as you hit and sink through. Squeeze into it, right? And wait till the power disperses and then start again. Try and feel, be mindful of the whole experience. Next one is the same, but as you hit, you're going to cut in, right? like this. Alright? Alright, so hammer fist, start big, then small. Alright, try and get the same power as if you can do that, you should be able to get the same power. Right? And I think my camera's about to run out. So, and again, across. So you're gouging out using your knuckles if they hit, or your forearm, right, for this one. Alright, so get into it. It's fun. It's part of real fighting. You'll need this if you have to fight. Rather than punch someone all the time, you could break your knuckles, but a good strong hammer fist, it's absolutely devastating if you can pull this off, right? And I'll teach that soon.